Sacramento, California. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Philadelphia Phillies going up against the Athletics. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And today's starting pitcher, Luis Morales. What should we keep an eye on here?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that's a foul ball.
First pitch, 7 o'clock.
0-1 now.
Ball inside.
Hey, partner, back in 2023, Turner homered off the same pitcher twice in the same inning. Only a few players have ever done it, and his were against his former team, the Washington Nationals.
That's a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there. And now a chance to maybe get creative on offense with good speed on.
Turner runs. Now there's a bullet down the line. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. To second, but way too late, safe there.
He was all over that one. Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. I think that means you put a pretty good swing on it.
And here comes Alec Boehm. Hit hard on the ground to short. Throws to first. One pitch and one out. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it's Bryce Harper to the plate. Got it started a little too early. Strike one.
Ball.
One out and a runner at second here in the third and final game of the series. Just missed. And there's your strike. Got him swinging. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. Popped in the air, left field, and that is that. We go to the bottom of the first. And on the hill for the Phillies, Zach Wheeler. What do we have on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
There's the strike. And a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Didn't try to do too much with it, just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days.
Oh, now this one is blasted to right. Forget it. Way back there and gone. A gigantic blast. And it gives them the lead in the first. It's 2-1. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. The 0-1. Swings through that one for strike 2. And 1-2. Good eye right there.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That's a base hit.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Next pitch misses. Ball 1. Rooker aboard here at first with nobody out. And a strike. That just misses. Ball 2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. Lead runner around second. Thought about third, but back to second safely.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Digging in, Tyler Soderstrom. In there at the knees, and it's 1-1. That's a strike. That's a laser base hit. Headed for the plate. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe.
They are really feeding off each other. That's 5 hits in a row. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Lawrence Butler in the box now. Takes strike 1. Just missed.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Reaching down, makes the catch. 2 aboard with 1 out. Next up for the A's, Carlos Cortez. That one a little bit high, and it's 1-0. That's a strike across the top of the zone. Misses, and the count's even at 2. That's out number 2. 2 aboard, 2 outs. And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
2 on, 2 outs. attempt. Under it. And that will end the inning.
That's right.
Top of the second. So digging in now for Philadelphia, JT Realmuto.
It's a tough pitch, but in terms of the best pitch you're going to get to hit in the at-bat, that fastball was down enough where you're going to catch up to one. That's the one. When he elevates,
Inside, ball one.
guys aren't touching it.
No. Inside.
On the ground to third. Fair ball. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Batting 7th, second baseman Bryson
This
Stott.
is Bryson Stott.
Ball. That's outside.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. Langoliers takes it in for the out. And there's one down. One out, man at first. And now the right fielder, Adolis Garcia. Tied him up inside with that one.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Check swing, and he went. That is strike 2. Ball one there. Man at first, one away. That one missed.
Didn't get the result he wanted, but that's a nice pitch right there.
Line drive, knocks it down. There's one. Double play. What a quick killing to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second. Now it's the second baseman, Zach Gallo. Swing and a foul out of play. 0-1. It's through for a hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Late swing fouled off. Oh, 1 down. And there's one down. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. He's already homered here in this one. Just missed. Fastball for a strike.
Let's see if he's willing to use the whole field right here. Definitely pounding him away.
That one's in there. Yeah, the count 1-2.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good.
Runner takes off, and a foul ball. He stays alive. The 1-2. on the inside corner for called strike 3.
Up next for the A's.
Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
And a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. There goes the runner. Stays alive. And the 0-2. That's a base hit. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. That gets by him. Coming home. The run scores all the way from first.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now a chance for Shea Langoliers.
And the strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. They limit the damage here. New inning getting started. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Otto Kemp. Swing and a ground ball. Now the throw to first on the run. In time. Got him. So the Philly batting order turns over. And now the shortstop, Trey Turner. Scored the first run of the game back in the first after a single to reach base. Fastball for a strike. Ripped, but it curls foul.
Clearly hoping he could get a swing and miss on that, but doesn't fool the hitter with that breaking ball. Nice job, just couldn't keep it fair.
Got him. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. 2 down, base is empty. And Kyle Schwarber will come up. He doubled home a run in his first AB. On the ground, right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Set for the bottom of the third. Now the left fielder, Tyler Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Swinging a foul straight back.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1. Boom. Sends it across to first. 1 gone, bottom of the third inning. Lawrence Butler up next for the A's. He's 0 for 1.
Lawrence Butler.
He was late there, strike 1.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
And now it's 1-2. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Everything came together for him. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Cortez takes a ball as he stands in for the second time. The 1-1. Kemp under it. And there's 2 away. Jeff McNeil stands in. Fly to left his first time.
Jeff McNeil.
Quick move to first. Now back in safely at first. There with plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Start of the 4th, so digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm.
Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State.
Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1. Foul ball. The 1-1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Soderstrom under it, 1 down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
On the ground, Geloff. To first, 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 outs, base is empty. And the batter now, Brandon Marsh. Fly to left his first time. Swings and misses. And that's strike 1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Good eye in that spot.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Two down, nobody on. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. To the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Bottom of the 4th, here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Sliced hard but foul.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Into the outfield, base hit. So now back to the top of the order.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done. Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind him.
Boom. Over to stop for one. To first.
No,
Double
he's
play. Nicely done. Bases empty after the double play. Nick Kurtz getting ready to hit. He's already homered in this game. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. All set for the start of the inning. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. And a swing and a miss. And that one ripped to left. One away. Bryson Stott will hit next. He popped out to the catcher his first time up. That's off the inside corner. Ball one. On the ground right side, Geloff. On to first, and the first two set down to the top of the fifth. So up next, Adolis Garcia.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they are creeping into my mind right now.
That one finds the zone. That's strike two. Out towards right center field. And that is that. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Now the A's designated hitter, Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker.
You know, these Athletics putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They keep finding themselves behind in the count, but it really hasn't mattered in this one. 7 of their hits have come in disadvantaged counts, and I think that helps create a mental advantage for this team.
That's a strike.
I say that about the mental edge because on the mound, it's extremely frustrating to not be able to put hitters away, and that's exactly what we've seen here.
That one misses in the dirt. Stop. Whips it to first. And the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Next to hit, Shea Langoliers. 1 for 2. That one catches the zone. 0-1.
Ball one.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Outside, that's a ball.
Langoliers over at first with one away. Makes the grab, and there's two out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Runner on the go. They pitch out. And now he's dead at first as he can't get back. That's the inning. Top six, and digging in for Philadelphia, Otto Kemp. And that one ripped to left. One up, one down. So back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at the plate. Singled back in the first and scored their only run. He's 1 for 2. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Now a quick throw to first, and Turner's back in.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap, but, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And there's a foul ball. Runner on the move. And that one fouled off. Quick toss to first. And he's back in safely. And that's disengagement number 2. Pitch out, but no action. Runner goes again. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. And now it's Alec Bohm. Fouled off. He was late.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Man on second, 2 down. This one in the air, center field. And that is that. Bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, Lawrence Butler.
Right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
That one almost got him.
Ball, that's inside.
2-0 to count. Here it comes. Harper. The tag, and he's out. Here's the third baseman, Carlos Cortez.
Third baseman, Carlos Cortez.
Ball.
And that's got extra bases written all over it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away.
Up
Now at the plate, Jeff McNeil.
Center fielder, Jeff McNeil.
That was the sweeper, but it missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. And downstairs. Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's.
Ball, that pitch is up.
And that's a base hit. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Up next for the A's.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the shortstop, Jacob Wilson. Garcia settles underneath it, and that ends the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the cleanup hitter for the Phillies, Bryce Harper.
That's outside.
High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And there's one away. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies.
Brandon Marsh.
Inside, ball 1.
And a liner around into right center for a base hit. Now back in safely at first.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Mark Leiter Jr. And he has some nasty breaking stuff. It'll bring up JT Realmuto. Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Good feed, that's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. And now for the Phillies, Bryson Stott.
Nope, ball 1. Nope.
Realmuto runs. That's a hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. The throw to third, in there safely.
Up next for Philadelphia, right fielder Adolis Garcia.
So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Adolis Garcia stands in for the Phillies. Tying run at the plate. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
And El Bombi is kept in check with the K. Set for the last half of the seventh. Leading off, Nick Kurtz.
Now pitching for
Jonathan Bolin gets the call from the pen.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Up the middle. Oh, great grab on the dive. Over to first, but he beats it out. And the leadoff man is on with an infield single.
Bang, bang at first. Great hustle to beat that one out.
Sliced hard but foul. That misses the zone, and the count is 1-1. That's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out. Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. Lots of pop at the plate. Outfield playing back almost on the warning track. The A's looking to add another here at the bottom of the seventh. You see the velocity 97 with that fastball. The next pitch misses, and the count 1-2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Two aboard with one out. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. And there's a strike.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue, finish off this hitter.
Strike two. In the dirt, blocked. Two on, one out. Strike three, and that's two in a row.
Up next for the A's.
At the plate, Lawrence Butler, 1 for 3. Two on, two outs. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Inside, almost got him. Stop. Gets him easily, ends the inning. We go to the eighth. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Otto Kemp.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the ninth, that closer's coming in.
On the ground to first, Kurtz takes it to the bag. One pitch and one out. Here's Turner now.
Shortstop Trey Turner.
And first offering is fouled off. The Phils trailing by 3, and we're in the top of the 8th. Out to short. Wilson gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here.
Kyle Schwarber.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Backed off the plate that time. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Soderstrom moving under it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the eighth. Down to third baseman, number 26. Swing and he breaks his bat. Not in time. Great effort, but it's an infield hit.
Well, that's one of those knocks where you almost expect to get some jabs from your teammates when you get back to the dugout. He actually kind of fooled him with the breaking ball on the inside part of the plate there. Didn't get a good piece of it, but he got just enough to fight it off and make it work out.
The 1-0.
Ball 2.
And that one upstairs. Cortez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Up next for the A's, second baseman.
Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. 3 for 3 with 3 singles. The new pitcher in the game, Orion Kerkering.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Substitution now at second base. The A's bring on a pinch runner, Denzel Clark, getting some more speed on the bases. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One run is in. McNeil headed home. Now he stops and he's able to get back into third.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Garcia under it. He's got it. Runners tagging from second and third. Throw cut off. Now to the plate. Puts the tag on him, and it's a double play. Now the number 2 hitter, Nick Kurtz.
First baseman, Nick Kurtz.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Swings through that one for strike 1. And there's a ball. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Up next for the A's, designated
Big
hitter,
at bat for Brent Rooker now. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable, and because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball, he's a threat deep into the count as well.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. The run scores from third. It's 5-1.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Langoliers swings through it for strike 1. Foul ball there. Two on, 2 outs. And that's a base hit. Runner at third puts on the brakes. Bases now loaded with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that.
The 1-0. And that is out of play.
He's getting a little frustrated out there on the mound, getting hit around a little bit. Let's see if he can settle himself down.
And it's fouled away. All loaded up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Base hit, 1 run in already. Fires it to the plate. There's the tag. They get him, and that's the inning. We go to the 9th. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Alec Bohm. So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Tyler Ferguson.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
Drilled out towards left center field. Takes it in for the out. So here is Bryce Harper, 0 for 3 in this one. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Soderstrom takes it in for the out. 2 down. So they're down to their final out. And digging in for Philadelphia, Brandon Marsh. Tap foul at the plate.
Nope. That's inside.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. Ripped on a line, and that's got extra bases written all over it. Around first, heading for 2. In safely, it's a double, and his 2nd hit.
A couple of hits in a row for him here. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Real Muto swings through it for strike 1. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Marsh around third. He'll score. It's 7-2. And in its 2nd with an RBI double.
Seeing some good swings from him right now with consecutive extra base hits. I'll tell you, when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that, I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional hitter more than a bolt the other way.
And here is Bryson Stott. Just missed. Up the middle. Base hit into the outfield. The throw in. Tag. Got him. And that's the ball game. Morales with his first major league win.
Yeah, nicely done. I'm sure he'll feel very good about that and get the ball for his trophy case as he should. A start he won't ever forget.
7-3 is how this one ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.